What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Oh. Your hands, I can't even see the hands. The resolution can't even keep up with the speed. Obviously, you've had a little bit more rest than me when it comes to the punches, but glad to be getting punched in the face again and back-to-back videos. Guys, if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Let me know how you hit the subscribe button. Did you use your foot? Did you punch it? Did you use a knife? What is going on? How are you hitting the subscribe button? I want to know. Also, bell notification, just so you know whenever we post, whatever time it's going up. You can also become a superstar VIP. Hit the join button underneath the video on your computer, and it's $2.99 a month, but you get access to our drop spreadsheets, price prediction sheet. You get that star next to your name, one of these cool stars, star in the universe every single month. Jung Park, respond to my message on the community page. I want to send you your certificate. Honestly, I don't want to have to rebound it. We'll give you like halfway through the month, and I'll rebound it if I don't hear back. And then a bunch of other perks. It's always it pays off to be a VIP, trust me. Also, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if you want to follow us. The Discord, this video, courtesy of Discord again. So Discord, you want to be there. You might have some advanced knowledge of videos that are coming out. And PO Box, if you want to send us something cool, become a superstar Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's amazing. The Discord for the win again. The Discord remains the greatest Discord of all time. So get on that. We got to update that slide eventually to have the Discord on it. But you could go down in the description below and you could join the Discord, and it's a really great conversation. Very respectful. A lot of different perspectives for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's always good. We point them down there so they can go check it out as we're pulling down the slides, because our intros are never long enough. I feel like by the time you go there, our intro might be over.
2-minute intro, too short.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, let's pull up the Veve Twitter right away here. We had a book today. It was the Veve, the Walt Disney Uncle Scrooge Back to the Klondike #1. So, I mean, it's a golden age book. It was from like the 1953. I didn't go for the drop. It was 10 gems. I think the comment is sitting below retail right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up right now, but I didn't go for it either. But that's pretty cool. It's golden age. That's very, very cool. Those are quality books in the physical world. That explains why that has that 50,000 to 80,000 price point, right?
So, yeah, it's going for 748 right now. I've seen it in the sevens all day. Low sevens, high sevens, but that's for the common. I think the secret rare though was going for like $120 or something. So 120 bucks. Yeah. Very nice. So not bad if you were able to land one of those.
Yeah.
We know.
Congratulations to those who did. We'll
we
talk
know
about that later.
Shout out to McFarland Toys. Todd, the Todd father, pretty much gives a shout out at the end of this video. He's talking about the dragons, but end of the video, there is a shout out for McFarland Toys Digital, because this one here, this drop, it was paired with a code to get you a digital version of the dragon that you purchased. And obviously there's a following for these dragons. So they're obviously doing their marketing that way, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, Phygital it's a big thing. Veve is supposed to be bringing it in soon. I'm very curious to see how Veve is going to do that. Yeah. Because that's the licensors basically utilizing Veve. I don't know if Veve is going to run the physical side, or basically the licensor is going to run it with a coupon code probably that you then come over to Veve and you insert. McFarland is very well positioned that they can actually do both. That's crazy if you think about it. They got it all in house. That's why we're so excited about the McFarland project.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, and even like you mentioned, the Veve, they talked about it at the community update. I'm curious to see if they do bring any physicals of already existing items into the mix. Like, are we going to see Marvel Mighty physicals? Are we going to see Disney villain physicals? Like, are we going to see that? Is that something that could happen, or is it going to only be new things coming out? Probably that, but be cool to see some things you already own, because then it might affect the market price if that does happen, right?
It makes a lot of sense though, because the digital world's almost building a following in the sense that you will want to own the physical once you own the digital. The digital in my case for sure, and I think I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of people, you actually own the digital first, and then that sparked your interest in owning a physical that match your digital. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there.
That's one way to look at it. And I think that's the way that Veve has been looking at it, is kind of bringing the people who are already on the app to purchase a drop because it offers a physical. I think the way that McFarland's doing it is genius. And I think this is something maybe Veve should look at, is, like you mentioned, get that licensor to promo it through their avenues, because like McFarland, they have a following for these dragon toys. Like, people already were buying these before digital existed. So now you're going to the You're going to the well. You know people have interest in this item. Now you're giving them a code and saying, listen, now you can get the first ones on digital. So you're bringing in new users at the same time when you do this program. For Veve, it's almost recycling the same users and accepting some more money from the existing users. I think the best way to do it, like you said, go to those licensors, see if they're willing to do something outside of Veve and provide that code. This way you bring them in.
Yeah, that partnership is almost necessary to take Veve to the next level, especially when we don't see a lot of the licensors really pushing Veve, right? That one time that Disney posted on their Twitter legitimized Veve. I just wish that the licensors were a little bit more active in promoting Veve and their stuff on Veve. Maybe we'll see that eventually. Maybe they're waiting for the right opportunity or the right time. I don't know, but we'll wait and see. Hopefully soon.
Yep. Now they got the branding. They can show
now
off,
they got
right?
now they got the branding. Yeah, there you go. Now they have the branding.
Hundog, we've done videos based off of his ideas before, but here's a good suggestion. On drop, change the truck logo to the new Veve logo and have the NFT and the logo together represent a successful purchase with a nice animation. So people can attach good feeling when seeing the logo. So this logo has gotten run under the bus so hard that the community is coming up with ideas to make people like the logo. I mean, I didn't hate the logo in the first place, but I mean, it's a good point. Like if you were to associate the logo with winning a drop on Veve, maybe you do change the sentiment around it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good point, actually. I never thought about that before. But I think the logo is, people don't really like change. I mean, at the end of the day, the logo really doesn't do anything for anybody, right? So it's a change they made. They have their reasons. Supposedly they said that it was for one reason, and then they went on Spaces and said there was legal reasons. And whatever the truth is about it, it's just a logo. I mean, eventually you'll get used to it, and a lot of people will soon know Veve just for this logo.
I'm liking this thing though, where I've seen a bunch of people do this, where they slide a collectible halfway. They kind of mask it with the other side. I'm liking that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I saw this earlier too. I thought it was pretty interesting. Nice Photoshop.
This next one, I don't know if you saw. But anyway, shout out to Crazy Croat, very avid watcher of the channel. But he, I think, landed a legendary of one of the flash drops on DC Palm.
Okay.
And he says that this one page, he's going through the comic, and one page had the same page as the uncommon. So when they put the legendary book together, that page was accidentally placed in there. So now people are saying, is it an error book? Are people going to want it because of that? Right. Or, I mean, you know what I hate, Rob? When I'm printing something at the printer, someone else prints something at the same time and it gets stuck in the middle. I mean, that's what I feel like happened.
You know what? I think you hit it. I think you got it right on there, Joe. You leave it to Palm NFT to just utilize Xerox where required. It happens to me sometimes at work. Get the wrong page in the print. Right. You do the automatic scan, and then next thing you know, you look at the PDF version, and sure enough, in the middle, you got the wrong page. So I think you got it. That's exactly what happened. Good on you, Joe, for figuring that out. Good on you.
Yeah, I think so. So hopefully they figure it out for you, Crazy Croat, or hopefully your legendary is worth way more now. That's what I hope, at least.
I guess that legendary. It's a legendary scan. That's for sure. It's a legendary scan.
There you go. Guys, we've seen Dark Gable. This is something that happened while you've been off, Rob, but Big Daddy Kane was in the Twitter space talking to all the Veve fan. People were getting hyped because he's a celebrity, has music and all that, but it's turning out that the account was hacked, and it's actually not him.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
And he puts out this. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on a second. He says, my Twitter was hacked. Don't respond to any of that NFT bleep they posting. That ain't me.
God. Oh my God. That's so funny. So the community ran with this, is what you're telling me. I actually am not aware of this.
Nobody knew, right? Nobody knew that it wasn't actually him.
So the community ran like, oh my God, we got this guy. How many followers does he have? He has all these followers. And then he comes out, he was just hacked.
Yeah, he has 150,000 on Twitter. So people were really excited. But yeah, it's fun. Or on Instagram, this looks like. So it's funny. It's funny because he was answering DMs to everybody. He was like saying, oh yeah. But I think at the end of the day, they're trying to show something, another project or whatever. So
well, this is the thing with the NFT space. You have just motivated people that will hack an account.
Yeah.
And wait, did they even scam? They were just pumping another project. They probably
I don't know. I think they were sliding in DMs and trying to get you to buy another project. Yeah, I think it was like that type of thing. So like
they're trying to pump another project. That's funny.
Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. This next one is wild. All right, guys. You know how we have the merch. You know how it took forever to get out to people, right? This one here took especially long. It went to Paris, France.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the custom officers over there, they wanted to take the package. They wanted it. They put extra fees, extra custom fees for Jack the 95. Yeah. But that did not stop him. He paid the fees, he says. Okay. And he got the hat yesterday, I think. And
they didn't want him to have the Juju.
Today he gets the secret rare.
But he got the Juju. Hat shows up, got the Juju.
He had the Juju before the hat. But now it's just like proving it. He says, did the arrival of my new cap increase my luck? I don't know if you can increase your luck, but it definitely held it.
How is he getting so many secret rare? I don't understand this. Can it really be subscribing to Superstar Money? I mean, just subscribe and maybe you have the same luck, but I don't know how Jack does it. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be fun to see when MCP list comes up, because all those secret rares and all the points he's been adding up, if he hasn't been flipping them, incredible.
Yeah, incredible. Very, very, very interesting. But congrats again, Jack. This is it. I love it. I love seeing superstars winning.
Yeah, and if you got a hat, put a picture out there. Let us see how good it looks.
Yeah.
This dropped today, episode 3 for the Real Uncommon podcast. Go give some love to D and Hinanu on their new podcast, episode 3, Mr. Ultra Rare. I listened to it already. Really great listen. Osmond sounds like a great dude, and I love hearing their stories. So definitely go check that out.
Yeah, very cool. Check it out.
Kyle Wilson's running a giveaway for Virtua. I entered it. We'll see if we win something. Maybe we'll give it back to the community. So it looks pretty cool. These are little robot guys.
Yeah, little robots. It's cool.
This is pretty big news. Superstar Money got the merge notification. So
finally,
I processed it. Fastos is almost free.
6969? 6969 Fastos?
Almost free.
Free Fastos.
I don't even remember his number, but I know
it was 6969.
Yeah. So he's almost free. I actually had like 300 gems in that account. I didn't even remember.
Really?
So that's coming through soon. And maybe we need to do a video on maybe how we feel the merge will affect the marketplace, because I think a lot of people are worried about flooding the marketplace with more collectibles, but like I'm the odd case. I think we only had like 4 or 5 collectibles in there, but at the same time I had 300 gems just chilling. So I'm going to be spending those gems rather than listing my Fastos.
I actually have a lot of thoughts on that, but I'm going to completely hold off and let's do a video on it.
I think so. I think that's a good idea. Another charity auction. So what better than using one of the Infinity Stones? This is the rare Eye of Agamotto. It was auction start price at $11.11. This is for NFT philanthropy, obviously always donating to good causes. And this time it's for Feeding America. So if you want to take part in that, there is one up for auction right now. And if you win it, all the proceeds plus 100% will be matched going to the charity. So that's always a good cause.
Interesting. All right. Very cool. I like it. 11-11. I like it.
Yeah.
Make a wish.
There you go. Keep Comstack on. Legend, MVP, Hall of Famer, first Hall of Famer ever. Puts out this question to us. Superstar Money and Veve fam, what are your thoughts on buying up cheaper collectibles to have for the opportunity to possibly burn later for a rare collectible or even stack MCP points? I have over 60 of these stamps alone.
Yeah, this is why Keep Calm Stack On may be one of the greatest superstars of all time, because he's just constantly trying to think ahead, right? He's just constantly ahead of the curve here. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I've always been of the opinion that like when it comes to burning, it's still very speculative to buy something thinking you're going to make a lot of money on the burn. But just for the MCP points alone and the ease of entry for a lot of these things, like they're very, very cheap. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it's just nice to know in the back of your head that you can burn them later. But just right now, with the information you currently have, buying them for MCP, the fact that they're so cheap, you don't have that much to lose, really.
I think if they do come out with some type of crafting, like obviously HRO stole our idea. We came out with a video about crafting a while ago. HRO came out with crafting recently on their platform. I'm hoping that the crafting is more similar to how we presented it in our video, where you can kind of mix and match IP, and it doesn't necessarily have to stick to one brand, or like stamps you have to burn 3 stamps to get a stamp. I'm hoping that it could be just like random, anything uncommon, anything rare, whatever, because I feel like that would be cool. It would be like a cool layer. I'm not sure that will happen. I'm not sure that the IP will all get along and play in the sandbox nice, and that's always been like Veve's vice, that they have so many different IP battling and making rules that they have to kind of stick by. I think that's for another video as well. We're coming up with all these video ideas today.
Yeah, we're on a roll here, but I agree. The licensors mixing together to craft may not be something that's realistic, at least at first. But within IP, I don't see why it's not realistic. We keep talking about the Infinity Gauntlet, right? Yeah. That is the perfect example of where you can do crafting. Like you want the Infinity. It's a form of crafting. You want the Infinity Gauntlet. Burn these things and you will get it. It's a form of it. So I think that Veve has to roll that out eventually. It makes too much sense.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen too. I think you're right. Sal Sakesh, he's pointed out something pretty cool, and he's right. I guess the way that the email reads for the merge, it says to go to your profile section, but that's not actually where it is. I mean, when you get the email, you go to the account that you're trying to get rid of, that you're trying to bring into your main account. You log into that account, and then it's that 3 lines on the top right. You click that, and then there's a merge account button. Okay. People are looking in their profile, and it's not there. So the email a little bit misleading. Hopefully, Veve sorts that out for the people who get it moving forward. But just pay attention. Go clicking around. You'll find it eventually. It's in the top right there.
Yeah, I gotta go do that soon. Some merged accounts, but
before April for sure.
Yeah, so I'm just letting everybody iron out everything out, and I'll come in right at the end and just take care of it.
There you go. They're gonna think they're done, and you're just see Superstar Rob pop up and like, oh my god, this guy making us do more work.
That's it. They'll know.
So we also had another great comment, and we mentioned it. It was from our Discord, and it's the video topic today. It's basically from Hero. His name is Hero on our Discord. Yeah. And he came up, he heard us talking about the Waitlist, and he said, I don't know how familiar you are with hyped sneakers at all, but Nike does an interesting raffle method if you want to look into that for a video. Yeah. So he gave us a whole breakdown. I mean, it's on the Discord in video ideas. We have a video idea tab. If you ever have a video idea, we definitely look at those ideas, and we like to implement them whenever we can, because you guys have awesome ideas, and we and like it just makes us think. Like this video, just because we were looking at your tweets, we just came up with 3 other video ideas. You see what I mean? Yeah. So
it doesn't happen often, because Joe and I usually can come up with our own ideas, but every once in a while we do actually need help. So that's why we use it. If you drop it down, we can actually come up with it. This is a great idea. I love this idea, Joe.
Yeah.
This is
a great idea. I mean, just the anticipation for the Waitlist. I know that people are not happy with the one that DC Palm has been running. You have to log in like half an hour before, and then you get to the point, and then you find out that you're like number 57,000 in line, and you're not going to get it. So you waited half an hour for what, right?
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Nike has a bunch of options here, and I think before we get into it, I want to address that. I know that Nike has bots, but Nike also doesn't really have a KYC secondary market. People can get these sneakers, go sell them on eBay, go sell them on Kijiji. Anybody can sell them anywhere, right? It's different with Veve, because Veve, even if they move the KYC down the line and they allow bots into the drops to help sell out the drops, they will not be able to flip those drops unless they KYC into the marketplace. So it might not be as incentivizing, because they won't be able to access. Or I'm sure that some people will be able to figure out a way to beat the system, but it's not as easy.
Yeah, I think with the bots, and this is the thing with Veve, they got to balance the line. They did already have a huge amount of growth. So in a bear market, I don't know if they necessarily have to rush to lower the barriers, but it's nice to be prepared for the next bull. Yeah. So I get what they're saying in terms of just dropping their KYC requirements, let people come in and buy, but maybe you cap it, right? Maybe you cap it to say, okay, you're allowed to come in and buy your first like 5 collectibles or something like that. And inevitably you're going to have bots. So
that's a good idea.
Something like that, right? And then you're gonna have bots. Maybe you gotta limit merge accounts. Like there's ways that you can get around it, but in the end, you can't get your money out unless you KYC. Veve has the benefit of like you said, of a closed secondary market that they basically fully control too, so they can track what's going on as well. And if there's problems, I mean, if they have a little bit of foresight and they see some bot activities, we get HODL fandom on this, then they can pivot and maybe just make changes if they need to. But Nike has found a great way, putting the bots aside, of fair ways to do drops where you don't just have this nonsense of frustration where the website crashes. That's it. You're done. Yeah. You spent all day. You had your timer ready to go. You get in. You're in queue. It crashes. Just weird. You can't find the buy now button. Remember that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can't find the buy now button. You lose out on it. Why don't you pull up the website, Joe? Let's go over the different options here.
So this is pretty cool. I mean, Nike's got they've got an entire like 101 section about it. This actually we got led here from a Nike page. So Soul Retriever has this article, Nike Sneakers 101, how to buy and win sneakers on the Sneakers app. So they have an app for it. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. A lot of people are sneakerheads that are in the collecting community. And this is how Nike does their drops. You download the app, and then there's a bunch of different draws. So these are basically your wait lists. The first one is called the DAN, and it's a 10 to 30 minute draw on the app. So basically, waitlist system. And by 10 to 30 minutes, it means you're either going to have to get in and click the button at up to 30 minutes long. So these are reserved for more limited drops, things that more people are going to want because they're going to have higher load on the app and on the website, whatever. So you're going to have to spread that out. So they allow more time for people to get in. Because if everybody's going in within a 5-minute window or 2 to 3 minute window, like the Leo, which is like it's the same thing, just shorter window, then you're going to have some issues maybe with the tech working properly. And the cool thing here is I think you have to pay for it beforehand. So you actually pay at the time of joining the queue, and then you find out afterwards, I'm pretty sure.
There's like a hold, right? Yeah. It's like a hold. Like you basically, they take a hold, I think, and then you get it after. And I'm fine with that. But even if Veve doesn't do that because all their users are signed up in KYC, whatever, that would be great on Veve. That's how I've always imagined the waitlist to be, where you basically come in 10 to 30 minutes before, and it's a randomized raffle of whoever's in the waitlist, not this order that you first come, first serve, which is basically what Palm was doing.
Yeah. So no, I actually think I'm confused. I think that Adidas is the one that does you pay beforehand. I'm not 100% on Nike, so maybe someone correct us in the comments. But regardless, the fact that they have multiple different types of wait lists, which is something that I think that Palm should even be looking at, because I mean, even if it's not a very sought after book, why am I waiting half an hour to find out that I have no shot? It should be a shorter window there, especially if you got to figure it out now and you don't have to wait that long. I get you're giving people more time, but if people really want it, they're going to enter within the 10 minutes rather than half an hour.
Yeah, like the prepaid option means that you're going to get people who are very serious about the drop.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it's all about barrier to entry. You might spook off new users who's like, you know what, I don't trust this company. I don't even want to give them a hold. So sometimes I think in Veve's case, the hold's not necessary, but a randomized raffle and then when OUP comes in with bronze tickets and stuff like that, would probably be the best strategy to tackle it if they're going to use that 10 to 30 minute wait list, which I like a lot.
Yep. So that's the two, I guess, standard wait list options that Nike has.
Well, Leo's the same thing. It's just 2 to 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, and this is on more. I guess it's a regular draw. That's how they word it, right? It's not as limited. It's not something that will draw as much of a crowd. So the Leo is more of a typical drop, and the Dan is a more special drop.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Dan will be your Walt, and the Leo will be like your I don't know, whatever.
Leo,
whatever we got today.
Marvel Mighty.
Marvel Mighty. There you go. So these are the other types of drops. Flow. This is what we have right now. First come, first serve. This is where they announce the time. You go and you enter. If you get there first and you pay, you win. You have early exclusive access. So this could be something like the MCP, where if you do get the access, or the promo code where you're able to buy it. We've seen this already with the Disney drop for that Sorcerer Mickey. If you landed the D in the lamp, or if you landed the lamp, you got the D, and then you had early access to buy. So we've seen early access already on Veve, so that's cool.
Okay.
Sneaker passes. So this might be more like the OUP thing, where you get a pass or a ticket. And then this one here is separated by region. So I guess maybe they because their shoes they're in different areas, they want to make sure they have enough for everybody. So different types of passes. This one was unique, the sneaker scratcher. We were talking about this beforehand. You really like this one. You talk about this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gambling thing, right? Like basically you I guess you would join the drop and they would give you a scratch card, and then you would scratch it, and depending when you get the scratch card, that's what you can either buy or that's what you can do. I think it's just a fun way. It's a fun spin on the drop. Really, it's no different because it's just going to be luck of the draw, right? It's no different than some of the other drops where it's just being in a wait list and getting randomized. I just like that the gamification aspect to the drop. I just really, really like that. I just think it's a lot of fun.
It'd be funny if that was the gamification that we were waiting for.
Yeah.
Scratch ticket for drops.
Yeah.
But no.
Vive's going to go 18 plus or 17 plus, whatever. And then everyone's country is different. But
it seems like they might have had some issues with this because it says the last time that the scratcher was used was in 2020. So they haven't done it in a while, but it's been an option before. And the shock drop. So this shock drop is pretty cool to me as well. It would mean that Veve would have to have their notifications like this working, because they would get a lot of angry users if people didn't get that notification. Right. But basically, Nike loads a product for purchase with no warning, and it's first come, first serve. But like, this is not announced, and it just happens. Yeah. So that'd be pretty cool as well.
You know what? I think that with the different strategies, before you move on, if you scroll up for a bit, I think I see these almost like different tools in the toolbox that Veve can use. If they had them all set up, then they can strategize for different drops and use them when appropriate. Like, obviously, like the sneaker passes or the early exclusive access, there may be a time and place for some drops. I'm not saying that Veve needs to adopt only one of these. Like, there's good reason to maybe still keep the buy now button, rapid buy now button. You know what I mean? Like the flow in this case for the sneakers. There might be drops where actually maybe it's best not to even do a wait list and just be first come, first serve. Maybe they don't expect it to be heavily botted. Maybe they don't expect it to be sold out. So why even bother with the waitlist option? Just first come, first serve. But then there's other ones, maybe like a Grail comic or something like that, where a waitlist is more fair, or you want a certain portion of the drop to be based on a pass. You want a certain portion of the drop to be early access. And then the rest of the drop, you could do either as flow or you can do it as something else. And then gamification, by the way, I wanted to add, Joe, for the scratch card. It doesn't just have to be a scratch card. There might be other ways. Maybe it's going to be skill testing options in the Veveverse that you have to go and do this first in order to get access to the drop. That doesn't mean you're going to get the drop, but just to get access to participate in the drop, you got to go play a game in the Veveverse. Or maybe there's some skill testing questions on the drop that you have to do too. I don't think they'll do that, but maybe for the hardcore licensors that want to have real collectors and real fans own their drops, they might funnel them into some kind of like, let's say Disney World and Veveverse, go there, do these 10 different things, and then you get access to the drop, and the real fans will do it, and the people who can care less, they might just be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna waste my time on it. So just something else to mention.
I like that. They're even like, if they ask you a question and it's related to the IP, like, you want this, you better like this IP instead of being a flipper. Like, that might be one way to kind of gate the flippers and ensure that you get a little bit more collectors. I mean, we're collectors at heart now, right, Rob? So I think we gotta embrace that as best we can. Yeah. And I think, like you said, that brings some gamification to the drops. And I think all of these different options makes it not as boring. It's like, I mean, I know a lot of people who have gotten sick and tired of the palm drops just because of the way that it is, and they don't enjoy it. It's not fun. The buy now button on Veve, it's fun, but it's not as fair for people in different countries. So, I mean, there's a little bit of balance by having different options. And like you said, it keeps it fun, it keeps it entertaining. And I think, what if they did something where you click the button and then you watch like a Veve 500 race, and you like pick which user you think's gonna which car is gonna win. So like me and you're on Team Thor, I'm on Team Chucky right now, and we watch like this little, even if it's like a little 2D thing, and you just see like lines on your phone, and you pick one, you say, I think this guy's gonna win, and they run the race, and whoever wins, those are the people who get in first. And then
sure, I mean, it's like a horse race or even rolling the dice. But go ahead.
No, it's almost like the scratcher one, but you would see who, if you pick the right horse, and then that would be the people who get ungated first to go for it. So I think that'd be a cool idea.
And I think with Veve, the thing is, like, at the end of the day, they're struggling delivering on things. They have always been for a while now, but eventually they get it done. And I think in terms of like what's achievable right now, there's really no reason why they cannot have a randomized waitlist. Like, I feel like that's such an easy thing. They've been talking about it for so long now. Is it really that hard just to have a drop where come in 10 to half an hour before, and whoever's in the queue, I mean, whatever accounts are in the queue, just randomize it, and those are the top people that get it. So let us know your thoughts below, guys. We're curious to hear how you think that Veve can improve the drop system and the waitlist system. We just used Nike as an example, as a way to figure out some more ideas for Veve to see which ones that they can adopt. If you have any different ideas, let us know below. But if you want to add to any of our conversation and have your own personal thoughts, let us know below as well. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. Join the Superstar fam. Hit the bell notification button because you never know what we're going to hit you with. The streak continues. Joe has been doing an amazing job. I was able to join again today. Hopefully I can join again tomorrow, but you never know. So hit the bell notification button and you'll always get some new and fresh ideas here. So please don't forget. Also, Superstar VIP, guys, thank you guys all so much for your support. Get the star beside your name. Get access to our spreadsheets. We've got the job spreadsheet. We got market cap analysis spreadsheet, market for the floor sweeping spreadsheet. We got advertisements that we'll do for you. We'll let you know our buys and sells. Guys, we appreciate you all so much. Thank you all so much for your support. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.